Yes, very, very happy morning. Namaste, Jay Jirendra. Welcome to book reading of Becoming Supernatural. I have discussed how should we participate. So without much ado, let us start this book. So how many of you have read this book or came to know this book before I shared it? Yeah, let us have this session as interactive session. So how many of you know about this book before I shared this?
No, sir.
No one. Okay, great. So I came through this book through a group, Facebook group, and when I just gone through this summary on YouTube, it was like amazing. So I was listening to audiobook when I was walking, and I thought that let us read this book. Right? Yeah, let us start from the beginning. Praise for becoming supernatural. From a gifted scientist and passionate teacher, this unique and practical guide shows us step by step how to move beyond the limits of known and into an extraordinary new life. Tony Robbins. So we have watched a video of Tony Robbins. Do you all remember? I am not guru, right? Yes. I have been a long-term fan of Dr. Joe Dispenza's work in becoming supernatural. You will learn exactly how you can transcend the limitation of your past, including health challenges, and quite literally create a new body, a new mind, and a new life. This information is thrilling, life-changing, and incredibly practical. So everybody wants this, right? हम सब चाहते हैं, right? Dr. Joe Dispenza is a doctor, a scientist, and a modern day mystic in a style that is simple, straightforward, and easy to understand. He was woven into he has woven into a single volume this paradigm altering discoveries of quantum science and the deep teachings that adepts of past dedicated their entire life into lifetimes to master. So as I said earlier, those who are writing books, they put their entire lifetime work in this book. तो 5 साल, 10 साल, 15 साल, 20 साल जो भी रिसर्च वो करते हैं वो एक किताब में लिखते हैं और तुरंत उसका रिजल्ट हमको मिल जाता है, राइट? बिकमिंग सुपरनैचुरल. Becoming supernatural takes the idea of realizing your full potential into a crazy new level. Joe Dispenza has done an outstanding job of creating a 21st century operator's manual for human body and brain by combining his vast experiential wisdom with compelling case studies, exciting scientific research, and the exercises his students have used to do everything from healing their bodies to dramatically altering the courses of their lives. He is a man on a mission, and while the idea of becoming supernatural is a big promise, this book delivers hand down. So, whenever you are buying any product, so you will get one user manual, right? यूजर मैनुअल आता है, चाहे आप मोबाइल लो, चाहे कोई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक गैजेट्स लो, सबके साथ यूजर मैनुअल आता है. हाउ टू ऑपरेट, हाउ टू टेक केयर ऑफ दिस, वारंटी गारंटी एंड ऑल. बट डज ह्यूमन लाइफ कम विथ एनी मैनुअल? जब आप पैदा होते हैं तो भगवान ने आपके साथ कोई मैनुअल भेजा है क्या? राइट. सो वॉट एवर बुक वी आर रीडिंग, द स्पिरिचुअल बुक्स, वेदर चाहे उपनिषद हो, चाहे आगम हो, चाहे भगवद गीता हो, और ऐसे किताब हो, ये सब हमारे लिए एक मैनुअल है, हाउ टू लिव लाइफ, राइट? So, in this pro active, proactive, a fascinating book. Dr. Joe Dispenza shows that we are so much more than just our inner linear minds. And our savvy guide, Dr. Dispenza, takes readers further than ordinary awareness to understand the infinite quantum field of consciousness, which goes beyond the senses and beyond space and time. I recommend this book to everyone who wants to explore extraordinary nature of consciousness and healing. सो क्वांटम ये वर्ड हमने गुरुदेव से भी सुना है बार बार, करेक्ट? जब हम सीक्रेट ऑफ कर्मा ये सेशंस कर रहे थे तब. एंड एवरी human being has potential to become extraordinary. Dr. Joe Dispenza has a single-minded mission to help all of us to shed the limitations of present and reclaim the multi-dimensional life that we're born to lead by underpinning deceptively simple practices with hard brain science. Dr. Joe Dispenza proves that the supernatural is in fact our natural state of being and also within our ready grasp. Fasten your seatbelts. Read this book. Simple, his paradigm, boosting techniques, and be prepared for a wild ride into your limitless potential. So, are you all ready?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, great. So, I have read a lot of things, but Dr. Dispenza's left me. Dr. Dispenza's book left me in awe. It's cutting edge and amazing breakthrough in mind body medicine brew. So you can read who is quoting this, right? And the author of your mind, heal your mind, all is well. तो हमने ये जो हम quotes पढ़ रहे हैं, all those big achievers, big leaders, they are writing these quotes. Like, wow, if you even need to believe in miracles, but needed some science to bring some clarity to your hopes, then this is book for you. Dr. Joe offers extraordinary insights and powerful lucid steps, step by step instruction for how to live supernaturally. Right. So this is the book. So let us move forward to so these are chapters. So, right. So forward. Who is willing to read this book? Mitali ji.
ओके
थ्रोट.
सर. हाँ सर, थोड़ा सा थ्रोट में.
तो ठीक है, मैं पढ़ता हूँ आज. राइट राइट.
मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ.
So yeah, please mute everyone. Please mute.
मैं स्टार्ट करूँ क्या रीडिंग या?
ओके, आप पढ़िए स्लोली, लाइन बाय लाइन, आराम से. राइट, प्लीज.
Throughout human history, there have been accounts of everyday people having experiences that catapult them beyond the limits of what was thought to be possible. From the multi-century lifespan of Li Qing-yuan, the martial artist whose 256-year-long life began in 1677 and included 14 wives and over 200 children before he died in 1933, to the spontaneous healing of myriad diseases, documented by the Institute of Noetic Sciences through 3,500 references from over 800 journals in 20 languages. The evidence clearly tells us that we are not what we have been told in the past, and even more than we have allowed ourselves to imagine.
Yeah, just a minute. So we have all our belief systems. हम सबके साथ में कुछ ना कुछ बिलीफ सिस्टम्स है, हमारे माता पिता ने, और हमारे जो एनवायरमेंट है, और हमारे स्कूल है, हमारे टीचर्स है, एवरीबडी टोल्ड दैट यू आर दिस, यू आर दिस, यू आर दिस, यू आर दैट, राइट? सो इसके कारण हमारा माइंड में भी लिमिटेशन की उतना ही है. सो समवन टेल्स यू दैट नो इट इज पॉसिबल, दैट नहीं नहीं, ये पॉसिबल नहीं है. आवर माइंड इज बिगेस्ट समटाइम्स, क्या बोलते, स्पीड बैरियर. हमारे लिए हमारा माइंड ही हमारे लिए बैरियर, हमारा नॉलेज ही हमारे लिए बैरियर हो जाता है बहुत बार. सो नो, we have limited beliefs so in so many areas of our life, whether it is our health. हमने बहुत बार सुना है कि ये शरीर क्या है, रोग का घर है, बीमारी तो आएगी ही. सो व्हेन जब भी बीमारी आता है तो हमारे लिए ये नॉर्मल सा हो जाता है. So there are so many areas of life where we have limited beliefs, limited limitations. मैं ये नहीं कर सकता हूँ, वो नहीं कर सकता हूँ, ये मेरे लिए पॉसिबल नहीं है. एंड वी हैव ऑलरेडी लर्नड इन सो मेनी सेशंस दैट जो भी मेरे माइंड में आता है, दैट इज द फैक्ट. सबकॉन्शियस माइंड डजंट नो व्हाट इज रियल और व्हाट इज इल्यूजन. फॉर सबकॉन्शियस माइंड एवरीथिंग इज रियल, राइट? सो लिमिटेड बिलीफ्स को ब्रेक करना. ऑल these extraordinary people are only ordinary people, but with extraordinary beliefs that they can do. Whether it is Dr. Abdul Kalam or whoever, they were born in a simple family but became extraordinary person by having this belief. So each one of us may have some or other limited beliefs in some areas of life. So let us take this challenge to break all the barriers of our life. जो भी हमारे अंदर लिमिटेड बिलीफ्स है, जो भी हमारा वीकनेसेस है, उसको हम तोड़ने के लिए ही ये बुक हम पढ़ेंगे. विद दिस इंटेंशन लेट अस मूव फॉरवर्ड. यस, नरेंद्र जी.
As the acceptance of expanded human potential gains mainstream momentum, the question has shifted from what is possible in our lives to how do we do it? How do we awaken our extraordinary potential in everyday life? The answer to this question forms the foundation for this book, Becoming Supernatural. How can people, how common people are doing the uncommon?
तो हमने बहुत सारे प्रवचन हमने सुना है कि ये मत करो, ऐसा करना चाहिए, वैसा करना चाहिए, मगर कैसा करना चाहिए ये हमको नहीं पता है. गुस्सा मत करो. अ, हम बहुत सारे मोटिवेशनल वीडियोस हमने देखा होगा, मगर कैसे उसको करना है ये हमको बताया नहीं गया है. But whenever we are listening to some motivational videos, बोलो बहुत अच्छा है, we are getting motivated. But after some time, these motivations get fizzed out. So हमने एक स्टोरी भी बताया था, राइट? उल्लू और बहुत बार मैंने बताया था एक जंगल में उल्लू की कहानी. वैसे ही है कि कैसे करना है ये हमको नहीं बताया गया. सो दिस बुक इज लाइक मैनुअल, राइट? या प्लीज मूव, नंदा जी.
Dr. Joe Dispenza is a doctor, a scientist, and a modern day mystic. He is also a synthesizer of information with a vision that extends beyond the confines of a
जस्ट अ मिनट. यस.
थोड़ा और आगे चला गया शायद.
नहीं नहीं, वेटिंग, सॉरी. या प्लीज.
Okay. Dr. Joe Dispenza is a doctor, a scientist, and a modern day mystic. He is also a synthesizer of information with a vision that extends beyond the confines of a single scientific discipline. Drawing from diverse fields of rock solid science such as epigenetics, molecular biology, neurocardiology, and quantum physics. Joe crosses the traditional boundaries that have separated scientific thinking and human experience in the past. In doing so, he opens the door to a bold new paradigm of self actualized empowerment, a way of thinking and living based upon what we sense is possible in our lives as well as what we accept as scientific fact. This new frontier of realized potential is redefining what it means to be a fully enabled, fully capacitated human, and it's a frontier that holds promise for everyone from homemakers, students, and skilled laborers to scientists, engineers, and healthcare professionals. The reason for such a wide appeal is that Joe's work today parallels a proven model that masters how used successfully with their sorry that masters have used successfully with their students for centuries. The idea for the model is simple. Once we have a direct experience of a greater potential, it frees us to embrace that potential in our everyday lives. The book you hold in your hands, Becoming Supernatural, is the first of its kind manual that does precisely this, leads us on a step by step journey to achieving our greatest potential in body, health, relationships, and life purpose, and allows us to make that journey at our own pace. It was in the walls of a cave on the Tibetan plateau that I saw for myself how the same model was used by one of the great yogic masters of the past to free his students of their own limited beliefs. The legacy of his teaching remains today, preserved in the native rock that provided both the home and the classroom for the master 8 centuries ago. In the spring of 1998, I facilitated a group pilgrimage into the highlands of western Tibet. Our route led us directly to the remote cave of the 11th century poet, mystic, and yogi Yujetsan Milarepa, known in his daily day simply as Milarepa. I first learned of the legendary yogi while I was a student of a Sikh mystic that became my yoga teacher in the 1980s. For years, I studied the mystery surrounding Milarepa's life, how he had come from a privileged family yet chose to renounce his worldly possessions, the brutal and tragic circumstances of losing his family and loved ones to mass violence, and how his revenge and subsequent suffering led to his retreat high in the Himalayan mountains, where he discovered his extraordinary potential as a devoted yogi. I wanted to see for myself the place where Milarepa breached the laws of physics to demonstrate to himself and to his students that we are confined in our lives only by the limits of our known beliefs. 19 days into my journey, I had the opportunity to do just that. Paragraph. After acclimating to single digit humidity and elevations of more than 15,000 feet above sea level, I found myself precisely at the place where Milarepa stood before his students 800 years before. With my face only inches away from the cave's wall, I was staring squarely into the unsolved mystery that modern scientists have never been able to explain or duplicate. It was in this exact place that Milarepa first placed his open hand against the rock at about shoulder level and then continued to push his hand further into the wall in front of him as if the stone did not exist. When he did so, the rock beneath his palms became soft and malleable, giving way to the pressure of his push. The result was a perfect impression of the yogi's hand left in the rock for his students then and throughout the centuries to see. Scanning our lights across the walls and ceiling of the cave, we could see even more hand impressions, making it clear that Milarepa had offered this demonstration on more than one occasion. As I opened my palm and pushed it into the impression, I could feel my fingers cradled in the form of yogis, precisely in the position that his hand had assumed 8 centuries earlier. The fit was so perfect that any doubt I had about the authenticity of the handprint quickly disappeared. It was a feeling that was both humbling and inspiring at the same time. Immediately, my thoughts turned to the man himself. I wanted to know what was happening to him when he engaged the rock. What was he thinking? Perhaps more importantly, what was he feeling? How did he defy the physical laws that tell us a hand and the rock can't occupy the same place at the same time? As if he was reading my mind, my Tibetan guide answered my questions before I even asked him. The Geshe's great teacher's meditation teaches that he is part of the rock, not separate from it. The rock cannot contain him. To the, to the Geshe, this cave represents a place of experience rather than a barrier of limitation. In this place, he is free and can move as if the rock does not exist. My guide's words made perfect sense. When Milarepa students saw their
The teacher, can you
okay,
read this?
saw their teacher accomplish something that traditional beliefs said was not possible. They were faced with the same dilemma in their day that faces each of us today when we choose to free ourselves from our own limiting beliefs. The dilemma is this: the thinking that was embraced by the family, friends, and society of the students' day thought of the world in terms of limits and boundaries. This included the belief that a cave wall is a barrier to the flesh of a human body. As Milarepa pushed his hand into the rock, however, his students were shown that there are exceptions to such laws. The irony is that both ways of seeing the world are absolutely correct. Each depends upon the way we choose to think of ourselves in a given moment. As I pressed my hand into the impression that Yogi left for his students long ago, I asked myself, are we confined in our lives today by the same limiting beliefs that Milarepa's students experienced in their day? And if so, how do we awaken the of power to transcend our own limiting beliefs? I have found that when something is true in life, that truth shows up in many ways. For this reason, it comes as no surprise that the scientific documentation from Joe's classroom discoveries leads to the same conclusion that Milarepa and mystics throughout the centuries arrived at in the past, that the universe is as it is, our bodies are as they are, and the circumstances of our lives exist as they do because of consciousness itself and the way we think of ourselves in our world. I have shared the story of Milarepa to illustrate this seemingly universal principle.
Thank you so much, Narendra ji. So we'll complete today's session here and we'll do meditation. Those who have joined newly, I will share the process of meditation, right? So you'll keep your back and neck straight, close your eyes, and I think most of us are already practice meditation. Nobody is new to meditation here, right? So हम क्या करना हमको क्या करना है आंखें बंद कर कर जो हम अवस्था में है, उस अवस्था में हमको एक स्टैचू के जैसे रहना है। चाहे कुछ भी हो, शरीर को हिलना डुलना बिल्कुल बंद करना है। नो मूवमेंट ऑफ बॉडी in any circumstance. Do not open your eyes till I tell you to do so, and follow the instructions as I am saying, right? Yeah, let us start. आंखें बंद। Repeat this in your mind. My body is relaxing, my mind is calm. As you are suggesting this in your mind, experience your body is completely relaxed and your mind is calm. The moment I close my eyes and focus on breathing, I experience my body is calm, relaxed. My mind is calm. Slow down your breathing as much as possible. श्वास को जितना हो सके उतना धीमा कर दें. Focus each and every movement of your breath. No thoughts, no past memories, no future planning. Just focus on breathing. Longer, deeper, and rhythmic breathing. If you get any thought, do not engage in those thoughts. Just be aware of those thoughts and drop it. अगर कोई विचार आए तो उसमें उलझना नहीं है, तुरंत उसको छोड़ देना है. With this, we complete our today's meditation, and I'll be giving you some tasks. First task: believe that you are already supernatural, right? Already supernatural. Today's assignment is be aware of your limited beliefs. आज पूरे दिन में किसी से बात करते हो तो, और वट एवर यू आर डूइंग, जो भी काम करते हो तो, या खुद से भी तो विचार करते हो तो, just think, is it my limited beliefs? Unless and until you list down your limited beliefs, you do not get freedom from it, right? So this is our assignment. Let's meet tomorrow morning, same time, 10:30 a.m.
Thank you.
Jai Jinesh sir, thank you.